MCS history.
Who will be the champion?
Welcome. The great Marshawn is here to predict Super Bowl 56. This is a matchup. That's a toss-up. I can't believe myself. Bengals, Rams. Ooh, baby, what a game. We've got 300 yards from, it's coming to me. Burrow. Seeing some playmakers. Cup, he ain't playing around. Pick six. Handoff. Inside the 5. That's interesting. Final score, 24-21. The Bengals. And that's the official Madden Super Bowl prediction. With me, Great Marshawn.
About to crown the best Madden player in the world. Are you ready?
Put my name on the wall for eternity. Henry Wesley, know you had to hurt me.
The walk in the park for Wesley. He will be in the Madden Bowl final.
Let's go.
Henry, 1 win away from his second belt.
Come on, man.
We both know who the GOAT is. Super Bowl or Madden, I'm the king. You better know this.
Wesley, Henry, big time battle. Can't wait for it.
Let's go.
There can only be one.
Well, the Super Bowl may be out in LA, but the Madden Bowl stops in Austin, Texas. We have two best friends, two worthwhile competitors, and two of the best in the world battling it out for a $1 million prize pool. This is the biggest event in MCS history. It's our ultimate Madden Bowl final. We want to welcome those of you watching on Twitch, YouTube, the ESPN app, and listening on iHeartRadio. We are so happy to have you along for a game, and we'll award $250,000 and the prestigious Madden Bowl belt. I'm Nick Mazesco, and joining me, as always, for one of the best nights in Madden is none other than Tyler Davis, one great user, and Clef the God. Gentlemen, I'm so happy that we're here. It's a belt day, and Clef, starting with you, man, this seems like one of those nights where there's not only a ton of storylines, but there's just history on the line, and of course, $250,000 in the Madden Bowl belt.
Yeah, there's so much at stake, man. This grand prize, having $250,000 on the line, and then you got two best friends playing for it. That makes it the stakes even higher. You know, both of these guys are close. They play all the time. I'm excited. Who's going to be the first one to bring out something the other player has not seen them do yet? You know, when you playing against somebody who knows you, who you play against every day, you got to self-scout. Hey, what are my tendencies? What are their tendencies? And you got to be ready for a counter. So I'm excited to see who pulls that out first. Will it be Henry? Will it be West? These are the two hottest players right now. It's going to be a great game.
Clef hit it right on the head. This is the second time this year we have seen two crewmates meet up in the finals. Now, I'm going to let you know, we got a 30 for 30 that me and Clef can go on and let you know what happened after that game. But I'm telling you what, I'm looking forward to see how are these guys going to do after this game is done. I mean, it's cool being buddy-buddy, but now you got $250,000 up on the line, a legacy. One guy's going for two belts. One guy, this is his first time ever getting to the finals. You know, both these guys are hungry. I'm just hoping there's no bad blood left when it's all said and done.
Well, I'm just glad that Clef God's wearing sunglasses because Tyler Davis is looking like Seth Rollins out here. He is bright. He's hard to look at. Man, TD, it just seems like this year has flown by. I can't believe all the games we've been able to see this year, and we're finally at the precipice, the Madden Bowl final. It's wild at how big this game is.
Guys, the time is here. I can't wait. It's been 6 months of the grind. We had thousands and thousands of players trying to get to this point. Of course, 14 qualified for the Madden Bowl, but there's only 2 remaining. And the crazy thing, these guys are best friends. They moved down to Austin, Texas together to take over the Madden world. They've done that. But guys, there can only be one winner.
Well, we have an absolutely huge night in store for you guys out there. If you haven't been watching all MCS season, well, you've gotten here just in time. We've got you covered on how we got to the Ultimate Madden Bowl. But to get you caught up, we had to bring in the big guns. We've got a certain sheriff to give you the details. Take a listen.
Well, here we are, the Ultimate Madden Bowl. 14 of the best players in the world facing off for the opportunity to take home. Isn't everyone playing from home?
It's a figure of speech. You can say to win.
Yeah, all right. But you get what I'm saying, right? I mean, because of COVID, they've been playing from home all season. So to say...
Just say to win.
Fine. The opportunity to win $250,000, the largest prize in Madden Championship Series history, as well as the most prestigious belt in competitive Madden.
Let's go!
Not to mention the right to be called the Madden 22 GOAT. So let me, Pro Football Hall of Famer and 6-time member of the Madden 99 Club, hey, you guys remember the Vision Cone? Man, I dominated that Madden.
Dude, come on.
Right. My bad. Over the past 6 months, thousands of Madden pros and amateurs from all parts of North America registered and grinded it out in online ladder play and elims, playing countless hours against competition hundreds and thousands of miles away, from LA to Austin, from NYC to Omaha? Okay, real funny. In order to earn MCS points and advance to the Series 3 qualifying live events, the Madden Ultimate Kickoff, Thanksgiving, and Wild Card. The 12 players with the most MCS points guaranteed themselves a slot in the Ultimate Madden Bowl. To round out the field, 2 more players earned bids via the Last Chance qualifier tournament. So here we are, $650,000 in earnings, 3 belts, and all of the points have been handed out. All that's left are the very best, ready to battle it out for a share of the historic $1 million prize pool. The stakes have never been higher. This is the final chapter to the MCS 22 season. Who will emerge as the Madden 22 GOAT?
And a big thank you to the Hall of Famer Peyton Manning. So that's how we got here to the Ultimate Madden Bowl, and here's what happens when the action started. Henry was able to earn one of those #1 and #2 seeds that earned a first-round bye and took down the multiple-time Jets Club champion Don't Care About Ice and the young phenom Astro, who made quite the name for himself here in the Ultimate Madden Bowl. Wesley, on the other hand, had a gauntlet, had to go through belt winners Joke, Noah up next, and John Beast just to get to this final, and that is how we have our final between Wesley and Henry. Now, these two, we talked about it in the open, these two know each other very well, and for young Wesley Gittens, the Georgian native, moves out to Austin with Henry. They live in the same apartment complex. This is his first individual final here in the MCS. He's played in the team final in that Madden 21 draft edition, but he's never been in an individual final. But his career resume, it's absolutely stellar. He's just 23 years old, a career record of 74-26, 339,000 and change in career earnings with 9 career majors. And he's just 23 years old, so he's still got plenty of career to go, and I'm sure this will not be the last MCS final he is in. Now, Wesley has had an incredible career up to this point nonetheless. He's had yet to get his hands on that elusive belt. In his first individual final, Wesley will be looking to capitalize on his best opportunity to date. From the Joe Rice days to today, let's take a look back through the career of Wesley Gittens. Joe Cool, Joe Rice, Joe Burrow, the Joe Burrow of Madden. It is none other than Wesley Gittens. Picked off Wesley with some defense.
Wesley with a great user lurk.
The Joe Rice persona was actually his pop's old gamer tag, and he's carrying on the legacy. Dummies down 2 to Joe Rice.
#1 player in the country.
Joe Rice, the Cinderella story, is coming to the ball.
I bought the Joe Rice stock early. Look for him to be amazing.
But he got a ball! And it's on the ground and it'll be picked up by Joe Rice. He's gonna go up top of Julio! It's all Joe Rice.
You may know him as Joe Rice, Baby Kib, whatever you want to call him. He wants to be called Wes. Spin back inside.
Go for it.
Wesley seals it with an interception.
Though Wes is young, he has some experience. He's been to 3 or 4 of these Madden Challenge.
That is a dot, a dippity dot. Makes a man miss, and there's a fumble, and Alexander scoops it up. He might take it to the house.
Oh my goodness.
Wesley, and he's going to be sacked up. He doesn't even get to the end zone. Noah is moving on to the final.
Jalen Hurts. Back in the end zone. Picked off and going the other way is carried.
Open the floodgates. Wesley is on a mission. He's the hungriest he's ever been.
He's a gunslinger.
Wesley, the most prolific offense ever seen.
Touchdown for Wesley Gittens.
A $25,000 laser beam.
If there's somebody who's on that list of best players without an individual belt, Wesley Gittens is certainly up there.
He throws a pick to Derwin James, and that one has sealed it.
He can be the first player to reach $400,000 in MCS history if he can win the final.
Absolute dagger to John Beast right there.
Wesley thinking about that Madden Bowl final. And we mentioned the gauntlet that Wesley went through to get here. Again, took down 3 belt winners. Joke, a very close 3-point game in round #1, and Noah and Wesley had an absolutely offensive battle, 42-36. But Wesley really found the defensive side of the ball in that game 3 against John Beast, defeating the ultimate kickoff belt winner 28-12, and that's how he gets here to try to compete for that $250,000 top prize. Gentlemen, we've known Wesley for a long time, and Clef, starting with you, what do you think of knowing that this is Wesley's, it's crazy to think it's his first MCS live final for somebody who's been so consistent in the MCS?
Yeah, he's been so consistent. Anybody who's been consistent like Wes, all the props to him, because it's hard to make these runs year in and year out like he's been doing. First finals, but that's not taking anything away from his resume. Speaks for himself. I think with this final, though, there comes a lot of pressure. As somebody who's been there, this game, he'll feel the pressure on him. Now, the difference is, how will he respond to that? How will he respond to, what's at stake? Playing against Henry, playing against his brother, I just can't wait to see how he comes out, how he starts. He's played such great defense this tournament. That's what's really got him here. He's an offensive player. He's kind of flipped the script on this tournament and made so many plays. So I'm excited to see how he comes out.
Absolutely, man. You hit it right on the head. Listen, Wesley was supposed to be that guy. When we saw the flashbacks from Madden 17, we was calling him Baby Kid. We was expecting Wesley to dominate, and now he's finally just made it to his first finals. I know it's big for him. I'm expecting him to step up and come out and do big things. The amazing thing is he has to do it against one of his pupils that he brought into the game up under his wing, Henry. It's going to be amazing to see if Wesley will finally be able to shake it off and win a belt.
Yeah, we know how good Wesley is, especially offensively. He's been throughout that his whole 5-6 year career, but the question for me is his defense. If he can mimic anything like he did against John Beast in that Final Four, he played exceptional defense. He's going to need to do that against Henry because Henry's been unstoppable on offense as well.
Should be an amazing night. And just to let you guys know, there are so many ways to watch the Ultimate Madden Bowl tonight. Chargers' Derwin James Jr., Ravens' Marquise Hollywood Brown, and ESPN NFL analyst Marcus Spears will be coming to you live at 7:30 Eastern on the NFL Twitter, as well as Pluto TV, Peacock, Vizio Watch Free Plus, and Tubi Plus. And it's all hosted by the legend Scott Cole. Hear all the commentary from the guys on tonight's finale. We've got plenty more to come from the Ultimate Madden Bowl after this.
Hey everyone, this is Peyton Manning, and you're watching the Madden Bowl.
Put my name on the wall for eternity. Henry Wesley, know you had to hurt of me. I'm the king of this thing. Ain't even a wrestling ring. You best say it with your chest. I'm the best.
One of the best plays in MCS history. The talk is over. Let's get it going. Looking for Graham, and he throws an interception. And he'll throw an absolute dart. And Dubby takes the lead. The final play of the game. Has to go the end zone. He will. And Herman Moore cannot hold on. And
far we've come since then with the $1 million prize pool. Madden Bowl has become bigger and better the past few seasons. You take a look at the past Madden Bowl winners. I went back to Dubby in 17, Kiv's win over Dreeny in 18, then Dreeny getting the get back in 19 with a dominant win. Joke's literal run through the tournament in 20. Of course, last year, the only team belt ever given out to Team Henry, Wesley, and NBG. Somebody's taking home $250,000 at the end of tonight. And speaking of how much bigger and better the Madden Bowl has become, be sure to tune in for our halftime show by Moneybag Yo and Blockboy JB. You will not want to miss this one. We got a chance to hear from the halftime performers on their appreciation and love for the game of Madden.
My earliest memory playing Madden gotta be like when I was 15. I feel like hip hop and Madden are a great match because I feel like you can't do nothing without music. I feel like they warm up to the music after a game, after a victory. They need the music to put them in a good mood and hype them up. My favorite team and player to play with gotta be Tennessee Titans, Derrick Henry. I feel like it's crazy that people can make a lot of money playing the game. When they asked me to be a part of the Madden soundtrack, it was like dream come true. I was like, damn, because I came up to this. Now I'm a part of it. It's crazy.
Madden 99, I think it was on Nintendo 64. Right juke or the left juke, you know. Might stop like at the sideline when I'm running. Cowboys, my favorite player was Tony Romo, Ezekiel Elliott right now. I was excited. I was ready for it. I was like, it's really like a dream come true because I always been playing Madden and hearing the songs. I was like, one day I'd be on there. Now it's happening. It's crazy. The reason why it's a good match because a lot of players and a lot of people grew up playing Madden, like playing the game, and I always wanted them to be like on like the soundtracks.
When you think of Madden, you think of the music tracks in each and every game. Expect an amazing performance. That's tonight at halftime of the Ultimate Madden Bowl finale. Now, Henry, we talked about Wesley, but Henry, what a career he has had so far. You know, he's got the highest career win percentage in MCS history. He's looking to become the first player to ever go back-to-back in a singular season after winning the Ultimate Wildcard belt not too long ago. It seems like we were just handing out that belt, and now he's going for an Ultimate Madden Bowl belt. You take a look at his numbers, and they are absolutely wild. At only 18 years old, he's got a career win-loss of 61-14. He's already earned over $376,000, and he is 10 for 10 in majors. That's right, he has never missed a live event since he turned pro. Now, Henry has taken the MCS by storm since his debut back at the Madden 20 Classic. Since then, all the 18-year-old has done is make 10 straight majors and become the second highest earner in MCS history. And oh, by the way, he earned himself a belt. Well, there's still a lot of time for King Henry to rack up more stats and accolades. Let's look back at all the Chicago native has accomplished so far.
Young Henry burst onto the scene in Madden 20.
And here goes up the middle, he's into the end zone! Say something, say something. You out of here, bro.
Becoming the game's most formidable teenager.
Is Henry that good? He is the best online player.
He's got Flame, the tight end, and Henry's back in it.
Absolute laser by Henry in a clutch moment to take the lead.
Henry has looked explosive on offense like he cannot be stopped.
7 for 7.
Mr. 10 for 10.
The kid doesn't know how to miss live events.
Watch it while you don't get past. Diving catch, he did it! Oh, Henry!
Henry, we've heard all about him, and he has not disappointed thus far.
Henry, as far as talent goes, man, there's no one better on offense or defense. It's impressive what this kid is doing.
And Henry, wear your crown! King Henry, his first individual belt. He is your Madden 22 Ultimate Wildcard Champion.
It's about time. It's about time.
It's almost like Henry's just a shark, swimming with the fish, just playing on another level right now. He's in another stratosphere.
Henry will look to go back-to-back, one win away from his second belt.
King Henry looking to take down the biggest first place prize in Madden history.
For Henry, He had a first-round bye coming into the Ultimate Madden Bowl, earned that through his points throughout the season. So he was able to avoid having to play 3 games to get here. He took down the multiple-time Jets Club champion and Don't Care About Ice in a 3-point game, and then had a fun battle against young Astro, one of the great young players coming up here in competitive Madden. Gentlemen, Henry, what hasn't been said about him? And user, let's start with you. Whether you call him Hen Dog, whether you call him King Henry, whatever you call him, you got to call him Mr. 10 for 10. And is he already, at just 18 years old, the king, the lead dog of 818?
818, absolutely. Everybody got to fall in line. And we're not even talking about 818 anymore. We're talking about the Madden community. The man has a chance to make history. And let's be honest, Nick, you saw the clip when he stepped on the scene at 16. That's who he was talking a joke like that face to face. This brother can do it live or at home. He's built different. Growing up in that shot rack environment, you can see that the guy is not afraid. And ever since he stepped on the scene, he let the world know, hey, I was going to take it over. And this year, he's finally doing what we thought he was going to do when he first stepped on the scene and made his first finals.
Yeah, Henry is really taking over. And the crazy thing is, and the scary thing is, for everybody out there who's competing, he's 18. Everything that he went through early, all the letdowns, everybody saying he folded. Well, he's flipped that narrative 100%. To this tournament right here alone, it's just been clutch drive after clutch drive. When he needed to play, he made the play. And the sky really is the limit. And the question is now, he's won that one. How many will he win? You know, he got a bright future. He's in another final in the biggest tournament ever. You know, that's not easy to do. So what he's done to this point, it's magnificent. It's not really words you can put to describe how his career has started off.
Yeah,
TD,
destined for greatness.
How tough is it? I'm just curious how tough it is for Henry to go up against somebody like Wesley, who he knows so well. Is that tougher to game plan for?
Yeah, that's really the challenge here, right? Henry plays more games than anyone. He gets more reps than anyone. Ever since his first tournament, he made the finals. He's like been destined for greatness from the start. When you go up against a guy, remember, these guys are best friends in real life and on the game, so they play each other all the time. So they literally know every single play they want to run. They know all their tendencies. I think you really have to think outside the box and try to, come up with something different that they haven't seen. Also, you got to be able to adjust on the fly in these types of games because these guys know each other like the back of their hands.
Well, gentlemen, we're about ready to get to kickoff. We got to get your guys' predictions. Clef, we got to go seniority, so you get to go first. Who's taking down this game, and how do you see it going?
Well, I just think Henry is playing with less pressure on him. He's playing to go back-to-back and to be in that GOAT conversation. He's entering that conversation with Drini, Skimbo, the problems. So, and Wes, this is his first time here. The pressure is on him because you don't know when you're going to get back here. You don't know. I got to go with Henry.
Tyler, we started seniority for Clef. I got to go to you because you're the least amount of mush left. Who do you got winning this game?
Yeah, it's a toss-up. I really do think it's going to come down to the wire, going to be a close game. But Clef makes some great points. Henry's almost on like another level right now. He's up there with the Skimbos and the Dreenies. If he wins this, he's going to have like close to 500,000 or over that 500,000 mark at only 18 years old, which is insane. And Wesley, if anyone you're going to root for, it's probably Wesley because he's been to so many Final Fours. He's come so close. But like I said, I think Henry's just on another level right now. I'm going Henry 35-28 in a shootout down to the wire.
All right, user. For the final time this year, go ahead, ask for the full screen cam. The floor is yours, Mush.
Give me the full screen. You really tried to slide that mush. Now give me the full screen cam. Y'all already know what it is. Listen, this is Madden Bowl 22. It's $1 million up on the line. Did you really think I was going to come out here and pull the glove out? When we about to see history? Well, you're absolutely wrong. I'm not bringing the glove out, man. It's too much at stake. It's too much on the line. We got Henry looking to make history. The first guy to go back-to-back. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a lot of belt winners right now sitting back praying for his downfall. I ain't going to say his name, and I ain't going to say no names, but you know who you are. And you got Wesley, the first time ever making it to the finals. The boy has been hungry for years. We watched this boy scratch and claw, and now he's finally at the biggest tournament of his life. He finally makes his first final. Can he do it? And you're like, user, please don't put the mush on nobody. Please don't do it. But who should I choose? Who should I choose? It's so vital. Well, I'm going to tell you right now. It's only one option. You gotta go with Mr. 10 for 10, Mr. Consistent. The guy not only is built for this moment, he's gonna make history in being the first guy to go back to back. And he's gonna technically be the 3-time So I know y'all don't like to hear that, but I believe Hendog's going to get it done. Wesley, it's just not your day. You're going to have to ride it out on another tournament.
Usually the most important question I think everybody's asking, these guys live in the same building. Are we going to see either player make an appearance in the winning player's apartment?
I don't know. I got to ask, who was it that said they didn't want to go head-to-head? Because it's tough. You know, you got same room, man. Somebody need to be in the same room. Definitely, whoever wins has to go down to the other guy. See if you're going to have enough courage to open that door.
It should be a lot of fun. And ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time. We are ready to head to a quick break, but when we come back, it is kickoff time in the game that will determine a $250,000 winner. Wesley will take on Henry for the ultimate Madden Bowl title. It's all after this.
Hey everyone, this is Peyton Manning, and you're watching the Madden Bowl. Who do you think will be crowned the GOAT of Madden 22?
Put my name on the wall for eternity. Henry Wesley, know you had to heard of me. I'm the king of this thing. Ain't even a wrestling ring. You best say it with your chest up the best.
Welcome. The great Marshawn is here to predict Super Bowl 56. This is a matchup. That's a toss-up. I can't believe myself. Bengals, Rams. Ooh, baby, what a game. We've got 300 yards from, that's coming to me. Burrow. Seeing some playmakers. Cup, he ain't playing around. Pick six. Handoff. Inside the 5. That's interesting. Final score, 24-21. The Bengals. And that's the official Madden Super Bowl prediction with me, Great Marshawn.
Hello, everybody. What a beautiful evening here in Southern California where all the stars are out for the grand opening of Madden Land.
This park has everything, including Jalen. How you feeling?
Feels like game day, all right.
Then there's the pressure cooker. It's one heck of a ride. The rush of adrenaline, the joy, and the chaos of the game day experience. It's all right here. Aaron.
Here, you can literally ride momentum. And dreams are made with the dream team you build.
Please welcome everybody, Tom Brady.
Welcome to Madden Land.
The greatest of all time, or more simply put, the GOAT. To be the best of the best of any time, of any era. So who deserves consideration for such a title? First and foremost, you have to win, and you have to win consistently. Game to game, season to season.
What? Let's go! Come on, man.
Sometimes you need to dominate, refusing to be a flash in the pan, a one-season wonder. And when the pressure is the greatest, you have to be at your best. With the game on the line, you make the one-handed grab. the perfect throw, that game-sealing tackle. The greatest ever make the biggest plays. Tonight, after a fierce competition between 14 of the strongest players ever, we are now down to 2.
Henry will look to go back-to-back, one win away from his second belt. Wesley getting's already thinking about that Madden Bowl final.
Who will take home $250,000? This is the Ultimate Madden Bowl final.
Take most of it, you know, and they try not to touch it whenever they do it. You know? Yeah.
And a big thank you to Tony Gonzalez for that intro. We take a look in Austin, Texas, the site of this battle. $250,000 top prize, the largest in MCS history, is on the line as Henry and Wesley will battle it out for the final belt and to be named the Madden 22 GOAT. Let's take a look at how these two size up at our tail of the tape. Very similar win-loss records. Henry playing a lot of games there, has earned a little bit more money, but you look offensively and strange enough, defensively, Wesley has been stronger.
Yeah, you see it there with our tail of the tape, but it is showtime, guys. The richest prize in the history of our sport on the line. Of course, Wesley, he's been grinding and grinding for years at this, coming close multiple times, multiple Final Four appearances, but yet to get over the hump, and he's got to go up against his best friend, the top guy in the game right now, young Henry Leverett, 18 years old, the top guy in the sport. Like I said, this is going to be fireworks. I cannot wait. Here we go.
They're going to battle it out for not only $250K, but that beautiful MCS belt. And Ty, you know Wesley, this is his first MCS live final, individual final. He's seen a lot of his crewmates, Kiv and Henry and Mo and Pavin win belts. You know he's hungry for one himself.
Oh, no doubt about it. I knew Wesley 5 years ago. You know, I was one game away from a live event, right? And this kid came up, Joe Rice. He beat me on a Hail Mary to make the live event. And then we saw Joe Rice evolve, continue to get better, turn into Wesley, the young 23-year-old man he is. And he's looking to win his first ever belt in the biggest game in Madden history.
Yeah, well, I see the Wesley luck was still there even back then. Let's head inside MCS Stadium and kick things off. This is your ultimate Madden Bowl final. Henry taking on Wesley. It will be Henry receiving the ball first, and he will take this through the back of the end zone. It will be a touchback to the 25-yard line. Let's take a look at Henry's offense that he's bringing out on the field, TD. It starts with the Henry-to-Henry connection, that out-of-position Derrick Henry at quarterback.
You already know Derrick Henry at quarterback. He's going to run with him a lot, look for him to quick snap his pass plays. But Lance Allworth, too, out there with that slot apprentice ability, as well as Charlie Joyner. They have great speed, and look for him to attack deep down the field with both those guys.
Wesley has certainly been much improved on the defensive side of the ball, always known as an offensive guru, but he has certainly brought it defensively, especially against John Beast, and he did it with some big players out there, namely number 81, Calvin Johnson at free safety.
Yeah, he's really improved year over year at defense, and he looked impressive against John B. He's going to need that against Henry's high-powered offense and those guys in the secondary. All those acrobats. You see he's got 6 acrobats out there, Patrick Surtain and Calvin Johnson, the guy you mentioned. Absolute stud here in Madden Ultimate Team.
And by the way, don't look away from that 99 overall. Luke Kuechly at outside linebacker. I know users excited to see the Carolina Panthers. We take a look at both their players. One of the things that these guys got to do, because if they win the Madden Bowl, they get to design a 97 overall player. And that, I feel like, is one of the coolest things you get to do as a Madden Bowl champion. It's not just about the money, not just about the belt. So we take a look at Henry's player. He's going with the New York Giant, Colin Johnson. TD, thoughts on this Colin Johnson?
I absolutely love it. Remember, Colin Johnson is 6'6". This is like Megatron Calvin Johnson right here on steroids. You see the deep route running. Of course, he has the speed. You can power him up. 96 spec catch, but 6'6" with all that speed at receiver. This guy is an absolute weapon.
I know everybody out there is already thinking, oh God, how do I defend this Colin Johnson? Now, if Wesley, on the other hand, is able to win, no surprise going with an Atlanta Falcon, the youngster A.J. Terrell at cornerback.
Yeah, you know, Wesley loves to rep those Atlanta Falcons. Going with the A.J. Terrell, really love this card as well. You see 97 man and 97 zone. So no matter what defense you want to play, he's going to be great. He can also press, especially if you love that man coverage. The 96 speed, of course, just overall really good across the board.
So again, the winner of this Madden Bowl, $250,000, the Madden Bowl belt, and they get to design an item in the game. I mean, not much cooler than that. TD, are you ready to get this game underway? I feel like, you know, a lot of people out there talking about Henry and history, talking about Wesley and his first belt. This battle right down the middle.
Yeah, this is the Super Bowl of our Madden season, and it's only right that these two guys, it's crazy. They both moved to Austin, Texas, in the same apartment, upstairs and downstairs from each other. Who would have thought they would meet in the grand finals of the biggest Madden tournament in history? I mean, this is insane. And like you said, this is a mirror match. You're going to see both guys rocking the same playbooks, same schemes. So who's going to think outside the box? Who's going to try to bring something different here? Because you know these guys just know each other so well.
Henry, one of the best all-around players. He is going to be starting off on offense in that gun bunch formation with, again, that out-of-position Derrick Henry. For those just tuning in maybe for the first time, Ty, that Derrick Henry came out with the zero-chill program. You might be thinking he's a running back at quarterback, but the way these out-of-position items are designed, he actually can throw the ball really well.
He can really well, and a lot of these out-of-position items are really good this year, of course. He's got the escape artist ability, so you're going to see him move around a lot outside the pocket. He's got so much speed, and he's got that pass lead elite ability. So he gets a little bit extra velocity on his passes. He has a really good release as well. So, in my opinion, one of the top 3 quarterbacks you can use at this point in the year in Madden Ultimate Team.
As the bunch flips, Henry has the former Oklahoma Sooner, Adrian Peterson, on his right hip. It is Derrick Henry back to pass, 5-man rush, and it's a quick throw to that wheel route. Ty, that is the best route in Madden 22 by far.
Yeah, if you guys are new to Madden 22, for the viewers out there, get some wheel routes on your field. You're going to see a lot of verticals out of gun bunch offset. The guys like to run that. They come up, they quick snap it to the short side of the field. There's 2 wheel routes between the tight end and the running back. They're really effective. They get underneath zones, and they can beat man coverage as well.
2nd down and 3 on the right side, and he'll pick up a 1st down. Let's bring in, this booth's going to get crowded tonight. Let's bring in one great user. You saw Wesley and Henry's MUT items. Your thoughts on who you might be possibly adding to your squad? Who are you more looking forward to?
I'm probably going to take Henry's receiver because he has the best one. So, listen, if y'all may have noticed, Chad, y'all saw the tweets by Henry and West say, hey, man, I messed up on the opportunity. Hey, man, please don't slaughter me. And y'all might not really understand the drastic level of their mistake that they made, because they could have picked a quarterback and gave him any ability bucket, meaning that they could have picked like Michael Vick and you could have had a scrambler and had the 2 AP, but also have a strong arm bucket so you could get gunslinger for 3 AP. Where we could have been good, guys, but they didn't understand, and that's why they came out with the tweet. So they really did fumble the bag. But if you ask in my opinion, that's a dot right there. Big play by Henry. That's a dot right there. If you ask in my opinion, Henry still has the best card because he has a 6'6" receiver, and his receiver has the slot archetype bucket where you can get slot apprentice for 1 AP. So y'all just soak that in and really realize how bad they fumbled the bag. In the Madden community, they want us to forgive them. Y'all know better than that. This ain't League of Legends. We toxic. We got to get on their head all day, boys. Y'all know what to do.
A 2nd and 5 for Henry with Derrick Henry. And once again, throwing the quick throw to the flat. That's Charlie Joyner with the catch to the 20-yard line. Already TD, Henry inside the red zone.
Yeah, and I want to point out, of course, both guys rocking the Cincinnati Bengals offensive playbook and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive playbook. So like I said, it's a mirror match. But what I noticed so far is these guys usually play at a much faster pace. Because they know each other so well, they really slowed it down here, using a little bit more time when they set their audibles. They're flipping the play a lot more. They're setting more hot routes. So the pace is really slowed down. I think that's a credit to how well these guys know each other, just trying to slow it down, make the right read.
2nd down is short for Henry as he would give the ball to Adrian Peterson, trying to find some room, and this is inside the 10-yard line. To bring in Clef the God. Clef, Wesley having some trouble out there stopping this Henry attack.
Yeah, and this is what we talked about pregame. Who would be the first one to bring something different to the table? You playing somebody you play against all the time. They know your tendencies, so you got to mix it up. You see Wes in a whole different playbook. He's usually in that 4-6 playbook, running 3-3-5 wide. Now you see him in bucks. What is he running? 2-3-6 wheel, something that gave Henry problems. Drini gave Henry a lot of problems. He made Henry look very mediocre on offense for like 3 quarters. So you see Wes come out here, gets right into this defense, and he's giving up yards early. But I think as the game settles in, we'll see him adjust a little bit more and be more comfortable.
For the first time, we'll see Henry go into that tight slots formation. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Henry back to pass on 2nd and goal. Rolling right, it's well covered, but can Henry get to the corner? What a click on. Gets to Marshawn Lattimore, TD, and prevents him from running into the end zone.
Great stick work from both guys right there. I thought Henry had the running back early going to that left side to RB and just missed it. Rolls out right. Great click on from Wesley. Good stick work. It gets tight down here in the red zone, guys, but look for these double wheel routes now as he goes to the tight slots.
3rd and goal. Back to pass with Derrick Henry. 3-man rush, stepping right, in trouble, rolling right, trying to get away from the defense. He's got a little bit of late throw. That went crazy. It's picked off by the rookie Patrick Surtain. Going the other way, the first mistake from Mr. 10 for 10.
He lurked them. What a lurk by Wesley Gittins with 250,000 on the line on the crucial. What a click on. I mean, that was phenomenal. Henry kind of outplayed him, right? He rolled out, thought he had it, and then watch this click on from Wesley. Clicks onto the closest defender. Henry forces it, throws it late, and Wesley clicks on to Surtain. That was absolutely nasty.
Ever since the start of the pandemic, we've been lurking from home, and Wesley starts things off with a massive turnover. That's got to be a big momentum boost as we'll take a look at Wesley's offense that he's bringing out on the field. He also rocking Derrick Henry. That Tony Pollard Team of the Year item has been stellar.
Yeah, a little bit of a mirror match, but you see the difference. Deion Sanders out there at receiver. Wesley really loves him, has great speed, of course, has that slot apprentice ability out there as well, and that Calvin Johnson at receiver. So what a massive turnover in the game. But you got to be careful here if you're Wesley. Backed off on your own 2-yard line.
In the shadows of his own goalpost, Derrick Henry at quarterback. He will hand it to Tony Pollard. Big hit, great gap shoot from Henry's defense. Able to get in the backfield and prevent really any breathing room for young Wesley.
And Clef made a great point. You know, these guys both running this big dime 2-3-6 world. This defense has really picked up a lot of steam lately, become very popular in the Madden community. Watch for that lurking linebacker. He kind of loops around. Ooh, risky pass there.
Ooh.
But make sure you guys
that
watch
was almost
for this.
the exact same thing we saw the other way. A throw to the flat, almost jumped, and for Henry that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, and it's tough when you're backed up here. It kind of changes the camera angle when you try to pass the ball. But watch for this looping linebacker out of this 2-3-6 world. How well can Wesley pick it up and maybe even use his pocket presence to evade it?
3rd and 10, and it looks like Henry's going to take a timeout here. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. And Wesley looking to get out of his own end zone. Clef, a wild start to this game. A wild read from Henry, something we don't usually see.
This is why West is in the finals. He's been making plays like this all tournament on defense. His defense is really standing up for himself when he needed the most. That's a huge play. We see Henry on defense in his 2-3-6 as well. He's in the wheel as well. This is two dudes making adjustments. This is high-level Madden to come out here. This is exactly what NFL coaches do when they play against a division rival. You got to have a little wrinkle in your arsenal. Both of these guys coming out and giving each other a different look. You got to respect it.
And there's no punters out here. Wesley tells the special teams unit to stay on the field. We're going for this 4th and 2. Bunch to the right side. Lone wide receivers Deion Sanders on the left side of that formation. Charlie Joyner split off the bunch. It's a 5-man rush from Henry. Stepping, looking deep down the field for a big play. And he's got prime time. And prime time's in open space. And prime time's got green grass. And Wesley, he puts the first touchdown on the board. 92 yards to the house.
Wesley Gittins attacking early. We talked about the Deion Sanders, the prime time, all that speed. Wesley did a great job with that corner route, brought Henry's user out wide to the right, and then backside the skinny post for an absolute laser catch and run, and Wesley's on the board early.
7-0 our score. What a turn of events as Wesley converts the 4th and 2 and puts a touchdown on the board. TD, let's take a look at it one more time. Those dangerous skinny posts, and you know Primetime's got the wheels to get away from the defense.
Too much speed against man-to-man coverage. You saw Henry had no choice but to guard that corner out, and Wesley is fired up.
They live just a couple doors down from each other, so they might be able to hear each other when they're celebrating. 7-0, Wesley on top. Henry swatted down at the line. All Wesley early in this game as we look towards the end of the first quarter.
And that was really dangerous again there, guys. Even though it was tipped, I think there was a defender actually manned up on him, and that might have been another pick right there. So scary read for Henry. Wesley looking good on defense early.
And there's Wesley's defense stepping up once again, closing that lane up the middle is Marshawn Lattimore, who's been big early for Wesley's defense. End of one, 7-0. 3rd and 10 for Henry. He's going to go to that tight slots formation. He's got Calvin Johnson, Charlie Joyner out there, Darren Waller at tight end, and there's the big man. Derrick Henry scrambles. It's going to be a 4th and 2 for Henry, and you know he's not bringing the punt unit out there.
Massive play in the game right here for Henry. Can't get stopped. That'll put Wesley in complete control with getting the ball at half. So this is a huge 4th and 2 for Henry's confidence in his offense going forward.
Looking left side, he's got AP for a first down. So this wide receiving core, he's got Allworth, Andre Johnson, Charlie Joyner, and Darren Waller out there. Ty, that's a lot of speed on the field.
A lot of speed, which is the most important thing every single year in Madden. Speed at the receiver position. And you saw Henry goes to the out route to the running back on the previous play. You know, those are some of the best routes this year. The halfback ins and out routes, they do a great job beating man. They also get underneath those zone drops. But right there, Wesley guards the out route to the running back, so Henry goes behind him, hits the dig route. Great read.
And quick throw out of the flat. There's Adrian Peterson. Ooh, takes a big hit at the 44-yard line, but he's crossed midfield. And Henry, looking to tie this game up, is in business.
Henry going a lot to the flood play here. He's got the out route out wide. He's got the halfback out route, but then he's got that dig route to the middle. Just making the right reads now. He's starting to get a little bit more momentum here as we head deeper in the second quarter.
And there goes Henry scrambling. Let's bring in Clef the God. Clef, what are you seeing on this drive for Henry looking to tie this game up?
Oh, Wes is doing a great job of making him work. I mean, everything is coming hard right now. Nothing is easy about this drive. He's really having to work, getting him the 3rd down, got him to a 4th down. I think right here, Henry need to really start thinking about milking and not picking up these first downs, staying in 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. You don't want to give Wes this ball back. Wes get the ball at half, so you want to slow this game down and really go into half. Best case situation, this is a tie game going into half.
Yeah, and honestly, Clef, Wes, he's okay if Henry scores here, right? Because there's so much time left. Like, he's not even, like, Wes is in complete control of this ball game because even if he scores, you're going to have like a minute and a half still with the ball, and you get ball at half. So I think, to your point, Henry does need to use the clock.
Right. The quicker Henry score right here, the better for Wes. Going out of bounds right there, the better for Wes. Wes is chilling. He gets 7 here, it's no problem because I can go right back downfield, get 7 like that drive never happened.
Clef, how much pressure does it take off a player when they're able to start off the game first drive with an interception and get an early stop?
Oh, huge, because now you playing from ahead. You know, you already got your stop. And in this game, it don't take multiple stops. It only takes 1 stop and great clock management. Sometimes it takes 0. So your first final, to come out here, get a turnover, and then get 7.
End zone. He's got Allworth on the skinny post. A touchdown for Henry. Henry is all business right now, but he's an extra point away from tying this up.
And goes back to our point where Henry's got to think outside the box a little bit. That's the first time this game that he audibled over to the gun bunch strong formation, and Wesley was forced to guard the wheel route, so he throws to the post, to the backside. Henry going outside the box a little bit, getting out of the bunch in the tight, goes to the bunch strong, and it pays dividends, big time touchdown like we were talking about. He just gave way too much time for Wesley's high-powered offense.
7 apiece. We wouldn't expect anything less. We take a look one more time, TD. That Lance Allworth, maybe a little underrated. Everybody knows about a lot of the big players out there, but Allworth maybe doesn't get the shine that some of these other wide receivers do.
No, he doesn't, but he's one of the best in the game, has good speed, has great route running, can use that outside apprentice ability on him if you want, and just a great read right there. You saw the user for Wesley completely taken out of the picture. That's what these guys try to do. They try to manipulate the defensive user, throw some routes behind it, and that's exactly what Henry did, and he ties his ball game up.
And by the way, TD, my favorite part about Allworth is anybody can have him. He's part of the team captains program. Everybody gets a team captain, so it's not something you have to go buy in the store. That's something that you get for playing Madden Ultimate Team.
Exactly. So an easy way to jumpstart your team, get one of the best receivers in the game early, use that team captain.
Right at the middle, wide open. It's Tony Pollard, former Memphis Tiger, down to the 34-yard line, and Wesley back in business with 1:20 counting. He's 34 yards away from taking the lead.
Wesley freestyling a little bit, has his running back on a little underneath route, but he waits, playmakers him up the field, and turns it into a massive game.
Woo-hoo. We're laying hits out here like it's a record studio. That was Vernon Davis taking the hit, but picks up a first down.
And I wonder if we see, does Henry maybe try to use his timeouts here? Wesley going to go to the ground, keep more of this clock ticking. I wonder if Henry, does he even try to call these timeouts? He's in a dire situation with Wesley getting the ball at half.
He will have some time at halftime to collect his thoughts, try to figure out how to stop this person that he labs with a lot. He knows Wesley's game better than anybody is. Wesley will take off with Derrick Henry. He'll pick up the first down and take a timeout. Ball's at the 8-yard line. Tie. It seems like it's a foregone conclusion that Wesley could score here, but if there's a place that is tough to score, it is inside the 10-yard line.
It's so true, and I think points are the most important thing here. Of course you want a touchdown, but with getting the ball at half, you're okay with the field goal and no timeouts. You want to be careful.
And what a great user there, Ty. That halfback wheel route is so difficult, but you saw Henry on defense able to click on and be in the spot where Wesley would want to throw to that wheel route.
Exactly, especially in the red zone. You're so concerned with both wheel routes, the running back and the tight end. You have to do everything you can, especially take it away with your user. Great job from Henry.
This time the running back stays in to block. Henry trying to take off. He'll throw this one away through the back of the end zone. 6 seconds. Do you run one more play with no timeouts?
Yes, you do, but that was really scary. Wesley almost took a sack and ended the half. He's very fortunate at the last second he threw that away. But like to your point, I think Wesley, this is a quick, 1-2, one of the wheel routes, maybe the crosser over the middle with a high ball, and then you kick your field goal.
Henry said absolutely everybody. He was looking for the sack to end the half, and you can see Wesley with a sigh of relief that Henry got rid of that ball. He will settle for a field goal.
And you see the high-level strategy coming into play. Henry says, I'm going to send pressure, try to get a sack so you get no points. Wesley very lucky to get that ball away, but these guys thinking on the next level. This is high IQ Madden, and for Henry, that's a huge defensive stop going into the second half.
So, Ty, wasn't a great half from Henry, not a great first quarter especially, but getting that stop, holding Wesley to 3 at the end of the half, that's got to build a little bit of confidence.
It really does. To hold him to 3 in Madden 22 is a big win for Henry with his confidence and his momentum going in the second half. But Wesley's got to feel good. Up 10-7 and getting the ball to start the second half.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, catch your breath. It was an absolutely frantic pace here in the first half, but Wesley, looking for his first belt, has a 10-7 lead over his friend and his Austin cohort, Henry. User, Clef, first half reaction. What a wild way to start off the Ultimate Madden Bowl.
Absolutely, Nick. You hit it right on the head, man. These guys came out here balling, and Wesley being Johnny on the spot. That was great defense by him, Clef. You saw how he tried to bait him. That's the type of read that I would normally make. I wasn't expecting Henry to throw that pass. That was a big interception that turned this game, but luckily for Henry, he was able to hold Wesley to 3.
Yeah, you don't expect Henry, somebody who's been in these finals before, to come out and make a bad play like that. That's just pressing. You got 3 points. Everybody in America knows when they send a zone, any great high-level Madden player, any pro is going to click on and retrace his steps, and that's exactly what Wes did. Wes played a great half. Great half. You can't ask for a better start than getting a stop and then to go get 7. Now, that getting 3 right there, getting held to 3, that could come back to bite him because he could have got 7. He would have got 7 right there. He pretty much would have put this game away with how he's just moving the ball on offense, being efficient. Now, that's a great stop by Henry, and I'm really shocked to see both of these players, how they kind of switch their game plan, come in here, run a totally different defense, and just get stops. Both of them have gotten pretty much a stop apiece.
Absolutely. And Clef, we're going to take a look back at it because if you ask me, this is the play of the game so far. This right here is the play of the game. What kind of changed the momentum. Wesley feeling comfortable. If you see right here, Henry scrambling. Wesley showing great click on with his user right here. Clicks off of Johnson. Henry outruns him. And then right here, he's about to run up the sideline. He clicks and baits him. You just never expect Henry to throw that ball right there because Wesley's like, please throw this ball. Please throw this ball. But somehow, some way, Henry, uncharacteristic turnover there to start his opening drive, but he was able to bring himself back into this game.
Yeah, and in Madden 22, you can't press. I think right there you saw Henry press trying to get 7, knowing he's playing another great offensive player. He respects Wes's offense. That's what that is. If he's playing against a runner, somebody who he don't really think can put up points on him, I guarantee you he throw that ball away and live to fight another day. But I think he's feeling that pressure of how Wes can move the ball and how efficient he is on offense. So he kind of pressed right there, and it could come back to cost him. It can really come back to cost him. Instead of this game being 10-10, now he's down 3 and he doesn't get ball at half.
Yeah. Clef, this is an epic moment right here. I don't know if y'all know how epic this is. Not only is this the first Madden Bowl where we're giving out $1 million prize pool, $250,000 championship, but we have Block Boy JB in Moneybag. Yo, Clef, tell me, how excited are you to be a part of this? The first halftime show ever.
Man, listen, man. This halftime show gonna be lit. You ain't gonna want to go nowhere. You got the Super Bowl halftime show and you got the Madden Bowl halftime show. These are 2 halftime shows. You sit here and you just appreciate it just like it's part of the game.
You already know, man. You already know. Memphis, Tennessee, stand up, boys, in the chat. You heard Clef say don't go nowhere. Man, we're about to go ahead and kick it off and see my guy, JB and my guy Moneybag Yo, Block Boy JB and Moneybag Yo Clef. You supposed to get on me, man. You
in
already
the
know,
building, man. They in the building, man.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Sis got Block Boy, sis got Block Boy. Ooh. Sis got Block Boy, sis got Block Boy. Sis got. Yeah. 901 Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, dawg, we gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I split it with the guys. We up on the other side, acting like we tied. I've been gone since late July, acting like I died. They won't be expecting when Capo go to slide, cause I told them that we put behind us, but I come through. You and you, I'ma get the money. Drizzy get the loot. Pull up with that, play with Drake and I'ma. My weapon be the instrument, I blow you like a flute. Play so you feelin' it. Pull up broad day with the ain't shivering. Drop like a littering. We at the door like we the delivering. He not a plug, he middleman. That brown like cinnamon. I got them round like Sugar Ray Robinson. Side to the chest, how you gasping, but I'ma spray 'em just like for a breeze. Came a long way from sitting in the nosebleed. Now on the floor talking to the athlete. Man, I'm so close to the gun that I can steal the stat sheet. It's Block. 901 Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, dawg, we gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I split it with the guy. Hey, Keith. I keep a dirty stick, it's like some bamboo. Don't try to rob me, that is not an option, you a fool. Don't see how much chopper make them do a dance move. Dance move, do a dance move, do a dance move. Dance move, do a dance move, do a dance move. Dance move, do a dance move, do a dance move. Don't see how much chopper make them do a dance move. I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. Get on crossing the line today. The hate be so real, the love be fake. Be bumping they gums and bumping my tape. Don't go against me, then ask for my help. Go get out your feelings and get it yourself. Might got the same shoes, but you ain't gon' step. That you just put out, you could've kept. Yup, she got a, he got a shirt. You can't compete when you can't compare. She ate through my underwear. Got up and got herself out of there. I see they put me on memes and things. Don't speak on my life without knowing the real. 8 figures a year, what it cost me to live. Don't hold it, just say what you feel. Watch your mouth before I fly to a place that she didn't know exist. Mediterranean water my wrist. Keep it on piss, how I'm talking about 6-figure check for a show, man, I'm lit. Let's celebrate, and I'm bad legit. With me, with whatever I'm with. Didn't know who did it, got everybody hit. I don't like nobody. We can get gangster, we can keep it cordial, how you wanna go about it. I don't backtrack, man, that, I don't miss nobody. Left it on scene, I ain't right back, I don't trust nobody. I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. I'm crossing the line today. These for crime be lying in your face. Slicker than us, gotta know how they play. If the money went straight, you wouldn't be here today. Ain't in my show, know what to say. You ain't me, so it's hard to relate. How much cash off every day? Don't play with me, baby, go play with your. You see him in person, he be shook. A huncho, it cost you a Quavo to book me. I'm worth it, the proof in the pudding. Surrounded by, I'm looking like William, but they ain't my girlfriends. Brother, I'ma spin on your block back to back when they finish. It look like the world end. I ain't asked for it, they did it to me. Niggas exposing their hand for free. Get caught in the middle, that's bullseye. You got hit, but we were targeting heat. Popping my with a capital P. SRT, red eye, red key. Might be ugly, but my pressure. She ain't even sneeze, but still I bless her. I don't like nobody. We can get gangster, we can keep it cordial, how you wanna go about it. I don't backtrack, man, that, I don't miss nobody. Left it on scene, I ain't right back, I don't trust nobody. I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. I'm crossing the line today.
Biggest Bamboo halftime show. You know we going all the way big. I'm calling all the plays. Yo, money back, yo. Talk to him what time it is.
Love to make her hard cold as Minnesota. Hard to tell, I can't figure out her motive. It's take much to win her over. Stack out summer, cause her birthday in October. Got a but get out of her body, cause who I am. She f me with her eyes and bite her lips saying Zam. What really made me like her, she ain't do too much like Pam. One night she cooked for me, next day I'm blocked on Instagram. Damn. Let me find out that she did me like I do these karma. Or committed to old boy, trying to play her role. Some months go past, I ain't talked to her, I ain't seen her. Asked her how she been, she like I'm outside and I'm singing. So you know I spent the block, shot my shot like we do ops. When it's off, she get it rock, wake up, then go shop. And I don't care about who had it before me, it's my go. They dropping salt like she a, so she my. If I violate first, no doubt she gon' violate worse. If it don't work out, I guess it just ain't our time. I'ma probably show you I'm solid first, and if the energy ain't right, I'ma show you how easy it is to cut ties. No more tries, gone. Love to make her hard cold as Minnesota. Hard to tell, I can't figure out her motive. It's the small things, don't take much to win her over. Stack out summer, cause her birthday in October. Love to make her hard cold as Minnesota. Hard to tell, I can't figure out her motive. It's the small things, don't take much to win her over. Stack out summer, cause her birthday in October. Let's get activated, let's get activated. Let's get activated, let's get activated. QB in the pocket, let it go, them bullets penetrate. When you in that field, it get real, just stay dedicated. Go.
Put me in the game, I know what to do.
Show me something.
That's another seconds, I be running through it. I set up the play, I'ma make a move.
Audible.
It's gonna be a blitz if I run it to you.
Go. When the plug kick off the bomb, run it back. Hail Mary, pray the feds don't intercept the pass. Familiar with the struggle, look, I'm coming up from scratch. Nothing huddle with my pain, then I turned it to some rats. Celebrate. Nothing motivate me more than when I hear the crowd roar. Check my name in the stands, I got drums, I got bands. Same ones that was hating, buying tickets, now they fans. Call a blitz, they don't see you, they gon' tackle your little man. Get 'em. Let's get activated, let's get activated. Let's get activated, let's get activated. QB in the pocket, let it go, them bullets penetrate. When you in that field, it get real, just stay dedicated. Go.
Put me in the game, I know what to do.
Show me something.
That's another seconds, I be running through it. I set up the play, I'ma make a move.
Audible.
It's gonna be a blitz if I run it to you.
Go. Pop out, treat this block like an end zone. What? Score. Check it. Benji calling money my ringtone. Or blue. Put her in the friend zone. She turned it on. More. Ooh. Take one for the team. I do that for my boy. Bread. Game.
Time ticking. I'ma give it all until the last minute. Set up the block just for my man. I bet we win it. Go hard or go home. It's survival of the fittest.
Let's get activated, let's get activated. Let's get activated, let's get activated. QB in the pocket, let it go, them bullets penetrate. When you in that field, it get real, just stay dedicated. Go.
Put me in the game, I know what to do. That's another seconds, I be running through it. I set up the play, I'ma make a move. It's gonna be a blitz if I run it to you.
And welcome on into the Refuel Show presented by Campbell's Chunky Soup. Lunchtime is your halftime. Back with you guys, Nick Mazesco alongside Tyler Davis, one great user, and Clef the God. First of all, before we get to this game at hand, user, that halftime show, Blockboy JB and Moneybag Yo. I don't know about you guys, I'm ready for the second half. I feel like that halftime show brought a little bit of energy to the room.
A little bit? Come on, Nick, that was crazy. They lucky we at home remote, because me and Clef was talking behind the scenes. They do this next year and we live. We ain't making it back to our seats. I'm just telling you right now, y'all got to have somebody on standby, man. That's crazy, man. Shout out to the top dog, Royce, man. You legendary for this one, man.
Boy, so no change than usual. Not going to make it back to your seats by halftime. Got it. No worries, gentlemen. Let's take a look at some halftime highlights here from the first half of this game between Wesley and Henry and Clef. This game started off with a bang. A mistake from Henry changed the entire momentum of the game.
Yeah, just a great click on, click off by West. Way to retrace his steps. Huge play. That's been the biggest play of this game so far. And then he capitalized, went and got 7 points with it. You can see right here, caught him being aggressive. Henry aggressive right here. You can see a lot of cross-manning going on. Had the post, had the wheel. Deion Sanders, he dove too quick. Probably should have waited a second, tried to dive, tried to make the tackle instead of giving up the big touchdown. West strikes first and didn't even get ball first. So for your first time coming into your finals game and to make that play, it's monumental for his confidence.
It is monumental for his confidence, but Henry has been here before. If you forget, He was down 17 to the two-time belt winner Dreeny. Now he's only down by 3 playing against Wesley. Listen, it's no sweat off his back. I know Henry's gonna lock in. Wesley knows this game is far from over. He's gonna have to come out here and perform. The worst thing he can do is come out here and get 3 and let Snow make a turnover in this open possession. I promise you right now, boys, this second half is gonna be epic.
Yeah, and Wesley getting that lurk. If he goes on to win this belt, we're going to look back on that lurk as one of the craziest with the amount of money, with the belt on the line. That was huge. But I think Henry does have a little bit of momentum. You heard users say he's been in this spot before, looking to go back-to-back, and getting him to hold him to 3 there, holding Wesley to 3, that was absolutely huge. But the biggest story is going to be this first drive of the second half. If Henry can come out and get another stop, that's going to be really big. Wesley needs to go down and get 7 and make this a 2-possession ball game.
We are just 10 minutes away in game to find out who will be our Ultimate Madden Bowl champ. Now, gentlemen, it would not be a MCS major if we didn't have some giveaways. And we got some special giveaways because these are some items picked out by the 4 here in the booth. We've got none other than Christian Okoye and Marshawn Lattimore legends. That 99 OVR tribute Tom Brady. We know who picked that one. And we know who picked Luke Kuechly as well. These weren't a secret. This is a dump truck giveaway, so one person is getting all 4 of these items. And that winner is none other than Danky Kong. Congratulations to Danky Kong. You got all 4 of these items. Congratulations, your team is set for quite a while with these 4 pieces. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we will find out who will be crowned the Madden 22 GOAT. Second half action after this quick break. But first, we look into the friendship and bond between these two 818 brothers and their shared experience living in Austin just a few yards away. Madden Bowl is brought to you in part by Campbell's Chunky Soup. Lunchtime is your halftime. Cannot wait to see who's going to walk away as the Madden 22 Ultimate Madden Bowl champion. 10-7, Wesley with the lead and the ball to start the second half. Now, these guys have played once before in MCS event. It was all the way back in the Madden 20 Bowl group stage, so just about 2 years ago. Henry looking much younger, TD. He's grown up a lot in 2 years. This game, it was a lot of offense. In a game in Madden 20 that was known for running, they passed the ball all over the field.
Yeah, really. These guys have been playing offense for years now, especially Wesley. Kind of a back and forth battle. Same thing we're getting today. You know, came down to the wire. Henry did just enough. 31-24, going on to get that victory.
Let's get going. Second half action, 10 minutes away from awarding a $250,000 check and the Ultimate Madden Bowl belt. It is Wesley with the ball first at the 25-yard line. And he's got that bunch over to the right side. He'll give it to Tony Pollard out of the backfield and start things off with a first down run to the 37-yard line.
Big drive for both guys. And we saw at halftime, you know, both these guys saying, you know, whoever wins, no hard feelings. But I don't know about that, right? Friendships can come into play here when you're talking $250,000, $100,000 on the line. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But
he's looking deep down the field. He's got Charlie Jordan down to the 10-yard line. A big play to the 9-yard line. You said, Ty, this drive was huge for Wesley, and he started off with a big play.
Absolutely massive. He goes to that cross screen play, which has become very popular. There's basically a stock fade route, gets outside that safety in that deep half right there, gets a little bit of space, throws it in there, and that's a huge play because if Wesley can go up 17-7, that's going to be big. Henry in trouble here. Needs another goal line stand. Got to hold him to 3.
And Henry will use a second half timeout, and you can see the disappointment on the number 1 seed's face, knowing that that's a major mistake.
That is big. It really is. Can come back to haunt you later, but at the same time, you don't want to give up a touchdown in that spot, so you want your defense to be set. But if Wesley goes down and gets a touchdown now, he's in trouble.
That's a dot. He threw a high ball to Charlie Jordan. Charlie Jordan caught a touchdown. Tyler Davis. Wesley takes a 2-score lead. That touchdown, it made that timeout for naught.
And you hear Wesley saying, just need one stop now, and he's GG's. That was a 50-50 ball, though. He goes to the high ball streak, back of the end zone, Sometimes you come down with that, sometimes you don't. Fortunately for Wesley, he does. 17-7, and now Henry, the belt winner. His back is against the ropes right now.
57-second drive there from Wesley Gittins. The Georgia native goes up by 10 as we take a look one more time at the play that set this all up. The streak down the sidelines, and Derrick Henry delivers a laser.
Yeah, you see how he gets to the outside of that safety. A lot of space right there. A great pass lead from Wesley to the outside, and then he is able to convert it to a touchdown. That was huge. What a way to start the second half for Wesley Gittins.
Now what can Henry do on his first offensive drive of the second half? Bang down the field.
What? Nick, he had a wide open touchdown to the left side, just missed it. He had the tight end wheel route initially. Oh man, Henry's not making good reads right now.
Is Henry a little rattled right now? Is that what we're seeing here? Because you don't see Henry miss reads too often.
You don't, especially the way he's been playing throughout this whole entire Ultimate Madden Bowl tournament. He's been lights out on offense, but right now a little bit hesitant on offense with his reads. Had the wheel route, had both wheel routes, and just missing. So that's a credit to Wesley also. Of course, Wesley been playing great defense. But yeah, if you're Henry, you got to stay dialed in here. Can't let this get to you. You got to, step up in the pocket and make some good reads.
All right, with Henry third and short, he has a man down the field. It's Charlie Joyner. Join me in the end zone. A touchdown for Henry. He cuts into Wesley's lead. We've got scoring all over the place here in the third quarter.
Anything you can do, I can do better, says Henry. He goes right to the cross screen. The play that Wesley just ran on him for a big play, he goes right back to it. I mean, this was absolutely wide open to the sidelines, and just like that, Henry's back in, and that's what he needed. He needed a big play like that to get the momentum on his side, get back on defense, put the pressure back on Wesley.
Kick is away, a 3-point ball game. It is once again, as we'll take a look at this touchdown one more time. TD, Wesley scored in 53 seconds. Henry scored in 46.
Yeah, you see that stock fade route. I mean, there's got a guy not even 10 yards within him. The defender went to the crossing route, and that stock fade route from the cross screen becomes so popular and pays off big time right there for Henry.
Henry stepping left, looking left, and who else but Megatron Autobots? Come on, you got to stop this guy. He might need some Autobots to stop this Wesley offense. It seems like Wesley can do no wrong.
Megatron just so good, and Wesley loves that play, that Z-spot play with that corner route, to sharp corner route to the sidelines. He highballed it, and all 6'5" of Calvin, that's an easy, aggressive catch.
Derrick Henry on 1st and 10, rolling right in trouble. Trying to get away, and you see Henry able to send that defender. For those at home who maybe don't know how to do that, that's clicking in the right stick. Ty, it's a risk reward when you send that zone defender to go after the quarterback.
It is. You want to be careful. You want to time it right when you do it. But if he's rolling out like that with Derrick Henry, it's a good time to send it. And a great job by Henry. He was user in that crosser deep down the field as well. So great stick work from Henry.
Post corner combo left side, and that was well covered by Henry. And Henry's defense finding some room, but look at Henry's facial expression. He's sitting there. He feels like he's doing everything right at this point. He can't catch a break.
Yeah, he's getting a little frustrated. I thought Wesley might have had the deep post right there, but Henry did a great job. He cross-manned that post from the right side all the way to the left and wasn't able to throw it. But Henry frustrated, but he's playing a lot better here as we got the second half started.
Crazy, a 3-man rush there. Henry's been sending 4, 5. This time he sends 3, and there's a wide open receiver over the middle. It's Calvin Johnson, the Lions legend, down to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, I know the chat's heard of verticals. Gun bunch offset verticals, best play in Madden 22. Wesley goes to it, throws the crosser in the middle of the field, easy completion.
Scream off the edge, scream off the edge, and Taylor Mays was just slightly held up by the offensive lineman. Henry can't believe he's not going the other way.
And Henry just almost hit the ceiling jumping out of his seat because he almost had one of those tipped at the line picks. That could have been an absolute game changer for Henry. Wesley very fortunate there.
Wesley facing a 2nd and 10. Let's bring in Clef the God. Clef, almost a disastrous play for Wesley.
Almost a game-changer play. That type of play right there can really change the fate of the game to get that turnover. The one thing I'm surprised about Henry, he's running this 2-3-6 wheel, but he's not looping every play. Like some plays, he's using the guy who's supposed to be looping. Some plays, he's blitzing both of the slot corners. So he's doing a good job of mixing it up versus West. But the thing is, this blitz really doesn't scream as much if you're not looping.
It's about to get crowded in here because I believe one great user is about to step in. User, this game, it's a close one. This is a huge drive for Henry's defense just to get a stop and stay in this game.
Absolutely. It's funny, Clefs comes in saying that I was peeping the same thing. You know, it seems like, yeah, he tried to make that adjustment. Right here, he's on that backside linebacker. You need him to be looping. That's a great scramble right there by Wesley with Henry. You need that backside linebacker to be looping to put pressure on him. But Henry, you know, Henry's usually running 3-3-5 wide. Both of these guys trying to switch it up because the game, you know, this is Madden Bowl, the championship for $250,000. They're trying to switch it up because each other knows each other's game so well. And you can see maybe Henry just isn't used to it, but now he's back in that 3-3-5 wide. Let's see if he can come up with a big stop right here.
First down and goal. Derrick Henry with Tony Pollard in the backfield. Bunch over to the left side. Joyner and Calvin Johnson join Vernon Davis over there. Primetime Deion Sanders alone on the right side. It's Henry back to pass, stepping up, looking to the end zone. He fumbled. It's on the 1-yard line, and now Wesley's offensive line picks it up.
Yo, this is the third time today. The third time today Wesley's gotten blessed. On that first play, Henry should have had a pick with the acro when he had his back up against the wall. Then the lineman, and here we go, a fumble at the one.
Actually driving. What the fuck?
And if you Wes, you feel so fortunate right now, man. Those are the type of plays that make you think, hey, it's just my time. That's one of those, it's just my time plays, because that's supposed to be recovered by Henry. But, hey, everything is going his way. This is what you need to win these games.
17-14. I need the fours up, not in just our chat, but on every chat. If you're on a sidecast, if you're on a watch along, whatever, put your fours up in the chat. We're 5 minutes away from crowning an Ultimate Madden Bowl champion. Second down and goal line formation for Wesley, up by 3. He'll drop back to pass with Derrick Henry. Waiting, looking, it's well covered. All sorts of time though. Rolls outside of the pocket, he'll throw this one away. We'll go to a 3rd and goal.
And Henry's goal line defense, red zone defense in general, has been phenomenal. I want to go back to that fumble play because Henry's stick work on that was exceptional. He guarded the wheel route, and then he came back and used or tackled the quarterback to get a fumble. Let's see if he can hold the door again here, though.
I wonder if we'll see a fullback dive here on 3rd and goal.
Let's go, Pitts.
Over the top, Kyle Pitts into the end zone. No surprise. Wesley goes to the Atlanta Falcon. And for Henry, a deflating touchdown after a fumble was sitting there for the taking on the 1-yard line.
You can see it on Henry's face. He is disgusted right now. And for Wesley, that's a big touchdown. Going up 2 possessions. And like we talk about all the time, Nick, sometimes you need a little bit of the luck. You need the angels on your side. And of course, Wesley, he's known as one of the luckiest, flukiest Madden players there is. But he got that fumble recovery absolutely massive.
Take a look at what a wild drive. This is the fumble. This could have turned the game. It sits there on the 1-yard line. A whole lot of different jerseys out there, but it's Frank Ragnow diving on the fumble and keeping it in Wesley's hands, and tie it ended up turning into 6.
Unbelievable. Big old 77. Frank Ragnow recovers it. Who would have thought? When you're building your Madden Ultimate Team, as we see a deep shot here.
Deep pass. Let's all work to the end zone. One play, one score. Henry back within 4, and he's begging his defense. He's begging the game of Madden. Give me a little bit of love with 4:42 to go.
No quitting, King Henry. You can't doubt this kid.
And he just hasn't got one break. And now he's just wishing, like, can I get one stop? You know, this is the 4th time. Can he finally come up with that stop? He's came close multiple times. Will they finally give him his break?
User, here's all I'm saying is it's a 3-point game now. We'll take a look one more time. I feel like right now, Henry needs to go get himself a Kit Kat because he's looking for them to give him a break. And right now, he can't find anything on the defensive side of the ball to get a stop against Wesley's offense.
Yeah, that's the problem. He hasn't been able to get a stop. And that's a big cover 3 bomb right there. Henry just has to come up with the stop. And here he is once again in that 2-3-6. I want to see if he's able to get that linebacker looping. But Wesley saying, hey, it's milk and cookies time, boys. We're not going to play around with this.
What is going on?
4:33 and counting. In the 4th quarter, $250,000 on the line. And Ty, this point, this is where the palms are getting real sweaty for both these players because they're both so close to being on the precipice of history.
Yeah, crunch time, getting down to that nitty-gritty. You see Henry, looks like he switched up his defense here now. Gonna go to the 2-4-5 odd, it looks like. So Henry really bringing out the full arsenal on defense. And we have a delay of game from Wesley. Ooh, gotta be careful there.
Let's bring in our resident expert, Clef the God. Clef, how big, I mean, again, it's 1st down, but these little 5-yard penalties, they can come back to bite an offense.
Oh, it's huge because instead of getting 5 yards right here and being second and 5, you get 5 yards, you right back at second and 10, so it's really no gain. You see Henry go back to what got him here. This 2-4-5 odd got him here. Now you're going to see West slide his line right and try to roll out on this every time.
Woo, screamed at, a little dead duck in the air, just floated out to the sidelines, and it is caught for a big gain. Give him 11 yards on a play that could have been intercepted.
What a throw right there. Look at the touch pass on that. I thought he was going to get sacked. You saw the contains coming around the edge. Great defense from Henry, but what a throw from Wesley. Just came out of nowhere with that one.
That looked like when we were in elementary school. You ever play 500 out at recess? Just throw the ball up, shout out of points. That looked like one of those plays. As there's Calvin Johnson on the corner route, and there's Calvin Johnson to the end zone. He looks right at home in the end zone for Wesley Gittens as he goes back up by 2 scores.
We have a shootout on our hands. Neither of these guys can sniff a stop in the second half. The first half, they were playing relatively good defense, slowing the game down, and now it's been unleashed, and everyone's just throwing lasers out here. Big time throw, corner route, flood play to the left side. Wesley back up 2 possessions. The pressure once again shifts to Henry.
And West is playing about as good as you can play for his first finals. I mean, this is pretty much a flawless performance. He had that fumble, but besides that, I mean, he's just playing great. Offense, defense, everything's clicking for him right now.
Bring in one great user, close things out with all 4 of us in the booth. What a way to end the year, user, as Henry trying to find something. How quickly does he need to score, user, to feel comfortable in this game?
Right now.
Okay.
He needs to score right now.
So right now.
Right now. And listen.
Don't wait any time.
Yes, and Clef hit it right on the head. We was looking at him in that 2-3-6 defense. He's giving up a lot of points to West, and we're like, hey, he doesn't look that comfortable. And when you see a guy switch back to what brought him there, you know he wasn't that comfortable. That's a big dot right there to get him down to the 40. Listen, Henry knows what time it is. That's why you see him starting to take more risk on defense. They're looking to make a play. So you're going to see the score start going up unless Wesley goes into full milk and cookies mode.
1st and 10. Henry back to pass, 4-man rush. Looking right side, he might have him. That's Andre Johnson. Can he get to the pylon? He's down to the 1-yard line. Picks up 39 yards as he crosses 300 yards passing. What an offensive performance. Henry a yard away from cutting it back to a score.
And Henry's just looking to go deep pretty much every play here. You see it now. All deep crossing routes, deep corner routes. That time, a little bit of a freestyle play, but able to turn into a big play. And neither of these guys can sniff a defensive stand.
Oh, I thought he was going to run it in. Instead, he got a little risky for the biscuit, finding Jared Cook from 1 yard out, and we're back to a 4-point game.
We're setting up for a crazy ending here. Just back and forth we go. There's no quitting him. He's going to keep fighting back. He's relying on that offense. But at some point, someone here has to get a defensive stand. And you know this time coming up here for Wesley, it's all about the clock. He's trying to make this the last possession. He's trying to clock out Henry. And remember, that timeout that Henry used is going to come critical here as we approach these final 2 minutes.
Yeah, Henry did a great job of getting out of bounds right here. This was huge. Because if he don't get out of bounds right here, that clock runs under 2:30, meaning West would be able to run a play and just, take it to the 2-minute warning. Now he's going to have to run 2 plays. It basically gives him another timeout.
Does Henry have the defense to stop Wesley from picking up a first down? 1st and 10, bunch to the right side. Tony Pollard on the left hip of Derrick Henry. Will be a pass here as he's screamed at and gets hit as he throws, and that's huge for Henry's quest to come back. The clock stops with 2:36 to go.
And looks like Henry goes man coverage there. User's trying to send a screamer off that right edge. That's what I think that's what Henry might need to do here. Send a little bit of pressure, force Wesley maybe into a mistake.
That's absolutely what he got to do. He got to send all types. Screamer!
Oh, fumble.
Oh, and that's huge because he's going to be able to take this down to the 2-minute warning by a millisecond.
3rd down and 8. Probably not going to see a snap here. Yep, Henry's got the controller down. Clef, what are you going to here if you're Wesley on 3rd and 8? A first down can end this game.
You got to go with what you're most comfortable with. I expect West right here to either run the crosser play from bunch, try to roll out, or he's going to audible to tight slots and run his flood play, or to play post wheel drag. Right here, look, he's going to actually audible to bunch strong, watch the wheel route coming from the running back.
3rd and 8. Bunch to the left side. Megatron's got his X Factor activated. Charlie Joyner and Vernon Davis over there. Deion Sanders alone on the right side. Tony Pollard on the left hip. Derrick Henry back to pass. Looking left side. He's got Joyner. Joyner straight up dropped it. Joyner straight up dropped it on the sidelines. And on 4th and 8 decision for Wesley.
Charlie Joyner laying an egg in one of the biggest moments of Wesley's Madden career. And now, guys, here we go. Biggest play that we've seen all year long between these two guys right here. Here we go. Big 4th and 8.
Did Charlie Joyner just sell the bag for Wesley? He's got a 3-point lead and a 4th and 8. He'll go to tight slots. Calvin and Primetime on the right side. Vernon Davis and Charlie Joyner, who just showed why he loves Butterfingers. On the left side, Tony Pollard to the right of Derrick Henry in the shotgun. It's a timeout for Wesley. He's going to think about this critical play.
Yeah, play clock was running down there. I don't think he wanted to call the timeout in case he does get stopped, but he had to. He had a bad route combo set up. Didn't like what he saw. And here we go. He's going to live to fight another down. Big 4th and 8 for both guys. Madden Bowl championship on the line.
Back to pass. Derrick Henry, 4-man rush underneath. Double coverage. It's picked off by Derwin James. He's over in the mega cast right now, and he's making plays for Mr. 10 for 10, who, like a defibrillator, is back to life.
Henry has no quit.
I mean, how many times have you seen this guy just make plays? Every game this tournament, when it came down to when the butter met the bread, the kid is making play after play after play. He's comfortable being uncomfortable.
Clef, we got to be honest, though. That was one of the blindest reads we've seen. I mean, that was like triple coverage from Wesley. Very questionable.
That was predetermined. That's one of those, hey, I'm throwing this no matter what. He didn't even know what play you wanted to call. That's when the pressure gets to you. I guarantee if he playing in, just a regular game, he know what to call, and he don't make that read.
3rd and 13 now for Wesley. He is down by 4, but down by 3. Field goal will tie this up, but he's thinking about 6. He's thinking about picking up a 1st down at least. No timeouts remain for Wesley. Henry down by 3. It's Derrick Henry back to pass. Look at left side wheel route, wide open. It's Adrian Peterson, a 1st down to the 21-yard line. He needed 14, he got 15. And Henry, Mr. 10 for 10, can see the back-to-back titles on the horizon.
Absolutely. I know the chat is wondering, like, will Henry kick 3? Only way Henry kick 3 is if it's up under 10 seconds. Other than that, he's going to go for this. He already knows you cannot leave any time on the clock. This is Madden 22. You leave him 30 seconds, that's going to be GG's. Clef the guy can tell you about that firsthand. You want to make sure you manage that clock well and make sure they do not get that ball back.
And Henry went with the quick snap there, guys. Quick snap, trying to get him off, not set. Wesley couldn't get out there to the wheel route. And the play previously, Wesley just not covering these wheel routes. And the most critical point in the game, you got to take away the best route in Madden 22.
Clock continues to run. No timeouts left for Wesley on defense. Up by 3. Henry will give the ball to Adrian Peterson. Little inside zone action and continue to use that clock. He'll get down to the 6-yard line.
And this is perfect time management by Henry. Basically right here, either I score or the game is over. He's thinking of 7. He want to get 7 with no time left.
20 seconds left and counting. Henry in the gun, bunch to the right side. He'll motion Joyner tight to the formation. 15 seconds, 14 seconds. Henry will split Allworth off the bunch. Rolling right with Derrick Henry. Back corner of the end zone. Oh, that defense from Wesley prized that one 3. 3rd and goal, 8 ticks remain.
And Wesley has no choice.
I felt like he had the wheel.
Yeah, I thought he did too. User. It was man coverage, but he would have got behind it. And Wesley has no choice now but to play defense. That whole clock management from Henry was exceptional. And Wesley, not known as a defensive player, has to rely on his defense here.
3rd and goal. Henry back to pass from Henry. High ball, end zone, touchdown! 10 for 10,
talk to me.
back to back,
Let's
it's on the horizon.
Let's fucking
Young
go,
Henry,
man.
it's got the clutch gene in his veins.
A $250,000
I am the definition of a nigga built for this shit. Built for this shit. Come on, man.
Talk to him. Y'all done messed up. Y'all done messed up and let this boy win 1. He might run on 4 to 5. Y'all done messed up the whole community. Y'all better take notes right now. The boy is 18 years old and Clutch is I don't know what.
And he said, I'm built for this.
He's special.
Final
This is
play of the
special.
game.
This is special.
Does Wesley have a miracle in him? What a drive forces an interception on Wesley's offensive drive on 4th down, a short field. He uses the clock like a maestro to 4 seconds left, leaving Wesley only one play and a dream. $100,000 on the line, a $250,000 top prize. The sack is there. Put a crown on his head. Put a belt around his waist with ice in his veins. Henry has gone back to back. He is your ultimate Madden Bowl champion and your Madden 22 GOAT.
Mr. Back-to-back for the first time ever, and he takes home the largest first place prize in Madden tournament history. Congratulations, Henry Leverett.
It looked dire throughout that game. Henry down by 10 at multiple points. But Ty, the one thing you can say, this kid from outside of Chicago, now in Austin, Texas, he's got no quit in his brain.
Built for it, born for it. I mean, ever since he first played a Madden tournament, he made the championship and hasn't looked back since then. And now he wins his second and back-to-back individual belt. Just so impressive. The fight, too. You can see the confidence just oozing out of him. It doesn't matter if he's trailing, if he's losing at halftime, the kid has no quit. And in the dire moments with the game on the line, he came out and made the plays that needed to happen, and he just won 250 racks.
Coming up after the break, we will get to talk to your back-to-back champion, the 2-time belt winner, Henry, with some post-game reaction. What a final we had here from the Ultimate Madden Bowl.
This is Peyton Manning. The Madden Bowl is back right after this.
Put my name on the wall for eternity. Henry Wesley, know you had to hurt of me. I'm the king of this thing. Ain't even a wrestling ring. You best say it with your chest. I'm the best, huh? I'm applying pressure. Yes, sir. MCS, the ultimate testing, and you the left.
One of the best plays in MCS history.
Welcome. The great Marshawn is here to predict Super Bowl 56. This is a matchup. That's a toss-up. I can't believe myself. Bengals, Rams. Ooh, baby, what a game. We've got 300 yards from, it's coming to me. Burrow. Seeing some playmakers. Cup, he ain't playing around. Pick 6. Handoff. Inside the 5. That's interesting. Final score, 24-21. The Bengals. And that's the official Madden Super Bowl prediction with me, Great Marshawn.
Well, it's called the Ultimate Madden Bowl for a reason, and we were treated to the ultimate game. Henry becomes the first player to go back-to-back in a single season. He takes down his good friend and fellow Austin resident Wesley, 35-31. There was a little bit of everything in this game, and Henry, he takes over the top of the MCS earnings with this win. As we take a look at some highlights from this game, Clef, this game was like a roller coaster. Early on, it looked like Henry might have been dead in the water, but boy, does this kid have fight.
Man, and how many times this tournament can you say that, where he was dead in the water, even in previous tournament? The kid is just built different right now. He has all the momentum. Here goes West dialing up the perfect man beater. Henry came out with cross man, got burnt about 2 ways, on the post, on the wheel. West strikes first, but he wouldn't be the one to strike last. He would not be the one to strike last. You can see Henry frustrated. You know, very frustrated high start, but he comes right back. The kid shakes it off right here, dials up a high one. He's been running this play a lot this tournament. Poster all work, touchdown.
Hey, man, Henry, that's a dog, that's a dog, that's a dog. As you see right here, big play right here to hold him to 3. And this is what Henry does. He scratches and claws. We saw it all game. We was like, oh, man, that could have been a lucky break. Oh, he could have got a turnover right there. The fumble, all this stuff was going Wesley's way. But guess what? Henry never backed down, just like he did with Dreeny. Until the clock strikes 0, you already know Henry's going to fight, and that's what he did.
Yeah, what a game between these two guys. We knew it would come down to the wire, and that's the thing about Henry. He just never stopped battling, as we saw this wide open dot here. Down 17-7 at one point, but you never counted Henry out. He believes in himself so much, felt like he was always in a good spot. And every time he was down, he would come back, throw a dot, and we saw it too at the end, you know, who the pressure really got to. We saw who's been here before, and that's obviously Henry, been in multiple finals now. The pressure got to Wesley a little bit. What a crazy fumble this was. But Henry, at the end of the day, he's been here before. He felt great about those final moments, and it showed.
These guys fought back and forth to each other. This rushing touchdown from Kyle Pitts put it a 10-point game once again. Clef, how frustrating it is for a player in a game this magnitude to have to continually fight back, to stay locked in, and to keep fighting against a player who he knows so well in his crewmate.
Oh, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. And if you ain't been there before, you would let that frustration get to you. Maybe in previous years he would, but the kid, for being 18, is so experienced, so seasoned. He just stays in the moment, stays locked in, stay composed. He was getting unlucky all game, and when it mattered the most, he changed his whole defense, changed his scheme, and dials a dot for the game winner. And his clock management, he just played it perfect.
You can see, unfortunately, in every game of Madden, how big these games are. It is always the spoils of victory, the agony of defeat. One of these players had to lose this game, and unfortunately, it was Wesley. As once again, we get to an end of a bracket. We had 14 of the best players in the world, earning over $1.75 million coming in, the toughest field we've ever seen in the Madden Bowl. And once again, it is Henry. With the crown at the end of it, he takes down Wesley in the final. He goes back-to-back. He is now the leader in MCS earnings. He overtakes Dreeny, and he is #1 in just about everything with 2 belts. He joins Serious Mo, Michael Skimbo, and Noah up next as 2-time belt winner. Oh, and Dreeny Joka, the person who he overtook as #1 in the MCS. He has made history tonight. I think we get to talk to the winner, because I can't wait to hear what young Henry has to say in what was an absolute dogfight against his friend and his Austin cohort, Wesley. Let's bring him in. Your Ultimate Madden Bowl 22 champion, back-to-back belt winner. It is Henry Leverett. Henry, congratulations, my friend. I don't know, you might be getting tired of doing these interviews after belt wins, and you've gotten to do it back-to-back tournaments. This game was amazing, but I want to focus on the big picture. Talk to me, what was different about this year that helped you take that next step and get back-to-back belts, and where it positions you for the future?
All right, well, first things first, gotta say it. Thank the Lord, first and always. Lord Jesus Christ, my Savior. Without him, I'm nothing. But, yeah, man, the back-to-back belts, I don't know. That's an achievement right there, you know. This year I was just hoping I could finally go ahead and get my first, and then to get back-to-back, especially Black History Month too. Oh my goodness. On Black History Month too, like, I don't know. This gonna be a top moment of my life for the rest of my life.
Yeah, congrats, Henry. Awesome stuff, man. I want to talk about that final drive, right? You get the defensive stand, questionable read from Wesley in that double coverage, and then you kind of manage the clock really well, and then the big time, high ball to the crossing route, back of the end zone. Take me through that final drive, what you were thinking.
Yes, final drive. Only down 3, so, I knew it was going to go to overtime. I was going to win. But, I ain't gonna lie, he was moving that ball pretty effectively, you know what I'm saying? he was moving how he wanted to. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to risk going to OT and losing that coin toss. I was like, let me just go ahead, clock out, and try to end the game right here. I made for sure he was not getting that ball back in that same quarter. That was not happening. I was not going out like that.
Henry, first off, man, I got to say congrats, man. And you a dog. You a straight up dog. If ain't nobody told you, brother, you a straight up dog. I'm watching your games, how you fight and you down. Most people will fold, and I see a lot of people saying, hey, man, Wesley folded right there. You look back at that replay, everybody was back. Everybody was covered. I want to know, how do you stay so composed just to keep fighting, even in the biggest moment in Madden history?
Well, pretty much whenever I'm down, literally one thought is going through my head. If anybody can get a stop, it's me. That's literally the only thing that goes through my head over and over and over again. So, I just keep listening to that and praying it works, and it works out.
Henry, Cliff, hey, congratulations, bro. Heck of a run, man. Heck of a win. You on some type of run. And you've done something that we have not seen anybody do. I gotta ask you. I need Hendall. We seen Hendall come out. Where did this rank you on the Madden Mount Rushmore?
Mount Rushmore. See, I don't know about all time, because I'm going to keep it a buck. I didn't really keep up with past Maddens or anything like that, so I heard Problem won 500K total throughout time, so he's probably up there. Skimbo still has the 3 individual belts. He's up there. But I think as far as MCS era, without a doubt, I'm like number 1. It's like not even close. Like, I've been playing less than everyone because I got in on Madden 20. And, I already have the most money made. I got the back-to-back belts. I got the 10 for 10. I feel like it's like clear-cut number 1.
Well, Henry, it's a big night. I know we're in the middle of an interview, but it sounds like there's somebody at your door, and I think it's important that you go answer it. So you go answer the door. We'll wait here. It's fine. It's fine. Go ahead. I wasn't kidding. There's somebody at the door.
Boys, Clef, you
No
right.
prank.
Sound like them boys is coming already.
They coming, man. Hey, it's trouble. It's something on the other end of that door. It's something crazy.
Hey, more money, more problems, boy.
We actually got him a
who
pizza.
got the bag.
This is actually just a pizza. As he goes to the door,
Yeah,
walks
buddy.
through, opens it up. And is that none other than Tony Gonzalez?
The champ is here. Huh?
Tony G.
What do you think, man?
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations. This belongs to you. So let me present that to you. You are now the ultimate Madden Bowl champion. The greatest of all time. Madden 22, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. What an exciting game. You're down at halftime. You have to have a game-winning drive to come back and win this thing. What was going through your mind? Walk us through that last drive.
So, time is running out. He has a lot of points. I'm thinking, go to overtime, game right here. For sure, don't let him get the ball back. Do not let him get the ball back. So, I feel like I clocked it perfectly, and I just made the right read in the end.
So that's something that you've gone to before, or did you have that in mind, knowing that you were going to call that play?
Yeah, so when he came out in that defense, he switched formations. I knew exactly what he's going to run. This is my brother. This is the guy I practice with, so, I know what's coming. I actually labbed for that play, what to do against that defense, and I figured out that works the most, and, that it just ended up working out.
Well, congratulations on that. Tell me this, too. You are now the all-time earning for Madden, close to $500,000. How does that feel?
Oh, man. It feels amazing. I grew up poor, so it feels great. About to pay everybody bills. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, it's just, I don't know. It's crazy, man. I'm at a loss for words right now.
Yeah, but it's got to feel good. I'm standing here in your apartment. There's no furniture here, so now you got no excuse. you need a coffee table, a nice couch right here.
Right.
You got the money for it. You're gonna go get something, huh?
Oh yeah, I definitely got to go out and get that. But yeah, for sure, 1,000%.
Well, good. Well, once again, You are the greatest of all time now. Congratulations. And, you know, that's all I can tell you, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Back to you guys.
We're going to go put back in.
Okay.
Wow. I mean, I'm just saying, Tony Gonzalez shows up at your door and you got no furniture and he rips you for that user. That's the ultimate move there, is he hands you a belt and then it says, hold on, man, why don't you got a couch over here for me?
Tony G can't even chill. He can't even kick his feet up and relax with the GOAT. This is crazy. Hen Dog got to be shook. Like, first of all, Tony G's is in your house right now. You know what I'm saying? This is amazing, man. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I'm suiting up. I'm looking in the chat. Everybody got to go back and fight. This is too much.
Well, usually you can have Tony G in your house if you go win a belt. So let's throw it over to the person who might do that, Clef. That's got to be, by the way, this is the first time we've actually had, since the pandemic, an opportunity to hand out a belt personally. It wasn't shipped. It wasn't mailed. We actually got to hand. That's a really cool moment.
Man, that moment right there, just being a fan of the game. If you a fan of Madden, a fan of competition, a fan of seeing the top of the top, man, that give you goosebumps. Tony G handing out a belt for a Madden tournament? I mean, who would have ever thought we would get to that point? Like User said, I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. Now, will User go ahead and get the job done and get a belt? No. But I'm going to try to do it.
Listen, now I took one shot. Now here come the second shot. I ain't want to bring the Darkwing Duck back, but we can do that. We can do that.
You can bring back Darkwing just as long as the Groundhog's not back. I'm good. It's easy. No more animals. Ty, by the way, I would just like to point out, and I think you know it from the stats, but Ty, you don't notice until he stands next to Henry just how tall Tony Gonzalez is.
Oh, yeah. Look at the difference, Tony G. And what a moment this was. Imagine Tony G knocking on your door, a GOAT, probably the greatest tight end of all time, handing you a belt, and just you feel so happy for Henry. You know, you heard him say he didn't have much growing up, and now he's got close to 500,000 playing this game. And it's well-deserved because no one plays more games, no one gets more reps, no one grinds harder than Henry. He's put in the hours, he's gotten over the adversity, he's gotten over the hump, and now he's a champion. He's the best in the world. What a moment this was.
User, we have it on tape here. It is official. Tyler Davis, who has for years said Rob Gronkowski is the greatest tight end of all time, just called out Tony Gonzalez is the greatest tight end. It's on tape. We have it.
We got him. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Tyler has some epic clips. We're going to put that in his stash along with the one he said about Joke Foden a couple weeks ago. Crazy he said that, him being an ENB member, you know. But we ain't going to touch on that. Listen, this moment is epic if y'all really think about this. For us to be able to sit at home and watch this, first of all, both of these guys to be there, to have the relationship they have to make it there. Then for them to be living in the same state and to be able to have Tony G's to come there, man, this whole moment was epic.
Well, let's bring him back in, your Ultimate Madden Bowl champion, and now actually has the belt in hand, none other than young Henry. Henry, sorry we interrupted you there. There was somebody at your door. How's that? First of all, hold up that belt. We got to see that belt because we haven't had an in-person belt in a while. Tell me what that was like, seeing not just Tony G there, but having the belt in hand.
Yeah, man, that was amazing. First to see him, one of the greatest tight ends ever, and then he gets to hand it to me. I get a whole little interview with him too. Oh yeah, I'm loving it. I am loving it. And this belt is so pretty, bro. It's a pretty belt right here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love this.
It's just great to see that in person. It's a moment that you surely won't forget. And now, here's the weird part. You've won back-to-back belts. But now you got to start thinking about next year, the next game. Tell me what you're going to do to celebrate this win, though. I got to know, you have earned a lot of money here. Are you going to go buy furniture like Tony Gonzalez said you should?
Yeah, man, 1,000%, 1,000%. That's probably one of the first things on the list. After that, I don't know, probably go to a steakhouse or something tonight. I don't even know. Try to celebrate somehow, some way.
Nothing wrong with ending a championship win with a steak.
Hey, Henry, that's crazy. You know, you didn't even have no furniture for Tony G to sit on and relax, man. But listen, you know, I got two quick questions. Like, first of all, I saw your tweet about the 97 overall card. Now, I will say you do have the best 97 overall card. But I feel like you missed the assignment for the community, man. You had one job. Well, you actually had two. You had to handle the belt. But listen, this card right here, this is the best receiver. Did you really know what was going on with the ability buckets? Why didn't we get a quarterback?
All right, so at first I had no idea it was going to be tier 3 abilities. Like, I literally had no clue. So after I submitted the player, I was like, hold on, let me change that to a quarterback, because I didn't know it was going to be like that. But, it ended up being too late. But, when I first saw it, I'm like, okay, he won't be able to get escape, hot route master, and gunslinger. So let me just make, the tallest wide receiver, throwing deep out, so people can throw some streaks. And, that's what my thought process was the entire time.
Well, we're still not going to give you a pass on that. Last, before we get up out of here, I need to know, how soon are you going to go downstairs and check on your homie? Like, when are you going to actually knock on his door like, Wes, you good?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him some time. I know how much this meant to him, so definitely give him some time. Then I'll go check on him. I'm not gonna hit him up right after the game. No, I can't do that one.
No phone
I got
calls,
one more question.
nothing?
I mean, listen, he
love
Tony. You could bring Tony down there with you. Maybe that'll smooth things out a little better. He a Falcons fan.
Oh, see, that's a great idea. I might have to try that one.
Hey, Henry, I want to know what's next, though, right? You've accomplished so much now, $500,000, 2 belts. Like, do you plan to keep on stacking these up the next few years? Like, 18 years old, you still got, like, so much left of your prime. What's next for you?
Well, these next few months, just hop in the gym, get my life right. I got to work on my credit, just regular, actual life things, turning into a grown man. So I got to handle that grown man activity stuff. So, handle that. But I'm going to obviously just keep playing Madden, just, what it is, probably like a 6-month break. So just chilling till the next game come out.
Finally, before we let you go, Henry, were you surprised at how tall Tony Gonzalez was? Because that's what scared me, is you opened that door and Tony towered over you.
Yeah, not only how tall he is, like when I went to shake his hand, like that's not no regular hand. Like I thought, that dude, bro, his hand is like 4 of my hands, bro. That was insane. Like, I can't believe there's actual humans like that. That is crazy.
By the way, I don't know if you saw at the beginning of that clip, Tony walks in the door, and the first thing that Henry does, he puts 2 hands on the belt. He's like, oh, this one's mine. I know what you're here for.
Absolutely. He knew what he was there for, man. This is an amazing moment, man. Henry, man, congratulations once again, man. You did it. You represented in Black History Month, man. You a dog, man. GG's, man. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Henry, congrats. Go enjoy this win. You are the ultimate Madden Bowl champion. You take home the largest first prize in MCS history, and we cannot wait to see what you get into next year. Enjoy the win, and enjoy that beautiful belt that you have in hand.
Appreciate it. I appreciate that.
That is none other than your champion, Henry. Hold that bad boy up one more time. We need the final.
Yes,
He's just staring at it. That's the best part. Look at that bad boy. Your Madden 22 Ultimate Bowl champion, Henry Leverett. Congratulations. He is the Madden 22 GOAT. Now, we gave away a dump truck earlier, which was amazing, but it's a big night here, gentlemen. I feel like we should give away 2 dump trucks, okay? We picked 4 items out there to give away to the chat, and we know you guys out there, you saw them, you saw what you were looking at, and you saw, I believe, if I remember correctly, it was Danky Kong who won the first one. I do remember that. Well, we have another winner who's going to take home Christian Okoye, Marshawn Lattimore, that 99 tribute Tom Brady, and that Luke Kuechly Team Diamond. It is none other than Blessed253. Blessed is blessed indeed, taking home the dump truck. Congratulations. Enjoy the boost to your squad, because you are going to be everybody's going to be jealous about what you just took home. The season may be over, but you have one more chance to relive the magic of the Ultimate Madden Bowl. Friday, February 11th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Watch how Henry battled his way to $250,000. That's this Friday at 8:30 p.m. on ESPN. What a season we had here from the MCS, and we cannot wait to see what we get into in Madden 23. It wouldn't be possible with everybody behind the scenes. A big shout out to everybody who puts this on, because we're all remote. We're at home, and we couldn't do it without the entire team here at EA, so a big thank you to everybody there. We are going to get out of here. Again, a reminder, this Friday, 8:30 p.m., ESPN, you can relive all the magic from Henry's $250,000 win over Wesley. That's this Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Chat, you guys have been awesome. Big shout out to everybody on Twitch, YouTube, and iHeartRadio, the ESPN app. It's been a magical year here in the MCS. Henry is your ultimate Madden Bowl champion. It's been a crazy season. Best friend.
The man has a chance to make history.
Anybody who's been consistent like Wes, all the props.
Let's head inside MCS Stadium and kick things off. This is your ultimate Madden Bowl final. And goal. Back to pass with Derrick Henry. Three-man rush, stepping right, in trouble, rolling right, trying to get away from the defense. He's got a little bit of room. Late throw. Acrobat went crazy. It's picked off by the rookie Patrick Surtain. Going the other way, the first mistake from Mr. 10 for 10. Derrick Henry, four-man rush, underneath. It's all covered. It's picked off by Derwin James. He's over in the mega cast right now, and he's making plays for Mr. 10 for 10, who, like a defibrillator, is back to life. Third and goal. Henry back to pass with Henry. High ball, end zone, touchdown! 10 for 10, back to back, it's on the horizon. Young Henry, he's got the clutch gene in his veins. A crown on his head, put a belt around his waist with ice in his veins. Henry has gone back to back. He is your ultimate Madden Bowl champion and your Madden 22 GOAT.
My name on the wall for eternity. Henry Wesley, know you had to heard of me. I'm the king of this thing. Ain't even a wrestling ring. You best say it with your chest. I'm the best, I'm applying pressure, yes sir. MCS the ultimate testing and you the lesser. Biggest prize ever. We both know who the GOAT is. Super Bowl and Madden, I'm the king. You better know this. Look up, look, there you go. That's the sound when I knock them to the ground. Take them down, take you down. There can only be one. Now ain't no hiding behind the CPU. We going 1v1. That's me versus you. Now run anything, you can call anything. D-line gon' lock them in the pocket. If you hike it, I'ma stop and listen. Time to settle who the greatest Madden players, and I hope you know where LA is. This the final battle, they gon' crown me. I'll be standing solo with no one around me. Watch out! Look up, look, there you go. That's the sound when I knock them to the ground. Take them down, take you down. There can only be one.
Mental health and wellness is so important in the world of gaming.
I don't think there should be a stigma when it comes to seeking help.
For me, mental health is the most underrated thing.
My daily routine that helps me improve my mental health is working out.
I think of what I'm grateful for.
You know, I take the time to do like meditation and stuff like that.
Practice makes perfect into kind of breaking bad habits and building good ones.
It is okay to seek for help.
Los profesionales para algo están.
You got to worry about yourself first before others.
Going to a mental health professional when you're feeling not your best, I can't think of anything better to do.
You know, at the end of the day, we're all kind of like an extended family. We have to look at each other just like that. Like that could be my brother or my sister.
I promote.
I promote.
I promote.
Yo promuevo.
I promote. I promote.
I promote.
I promote and practice positive mental health.
One of the best plays in MCS history.
Who will be the champion?
This is the ultimate sheriff, Peyton Manning. There's a snake in my boots.
Put my name on the wall for eternity. Henry Wesley, know you had to heard of me. I'm the king of this thing. Ain't even a wrestling ring. You best say it with your chest. I'm the best, I'm applying pressure, yes sir. MCS the ultimate testing and you the lesser. Biggest prize ever. We